Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be continuing from where we left off in the last video. In the last video, we did the server-side template injection 1 challenge, and we solved that. And as promised, we're going to continue, and today we're going to start with the no sanity 1 challenge over here. So let's get started. Alright, so it says no sanity 1, find author, Prince, I can't pronounce that. Description, a developer has added profile picture upload functionality to a website. However, the implementation is flawed and it presents an opportunity for you. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to navigate to the provided web page and locate the file upload area. Your ultimate goal is to find the hidden flag located in the root directory. Additional details will be available after launching your challenge instance. So let's get started. Start the challenge instance. And as I said in my previous videos, I did the challenge. If you can see it over here. I did the challenge, but I'm going to go through a walkthrough just so you guys know how to actually do it. Because it's better to do that than me to do it live and see all the errors and crashes and all of that, right? So yeah, so if you guys want me to do live completions of these challenges, then please let me know in the comments. But I feel like this is the best way for aiding learning, right? So yeah, so it says you can access the web application. They're gonna press here, open the web app. And it says we can upload a file. So again, if you've done CTFs before, and if you've seen our previous videos, anytime you're doing a CTF and asks you to upload, my first instinct is to put a PHP reverse shell. So I have one right here. Let me just upload it and upload it right now. It says the file PHP reverse shell.php has been uploaded, and the path is here. It says upload/PHP reverse shell.php. So that's where our file is located on the server we're interacting with right now. So that means if we go to this path right here, we're going to execute our PHP script, right? So, how we normally do it is we go over here, and my script is going to connect to port 95, so it's an NC LNVP 95. We're waiting for a connection, and we should go over here, PHP reverse shell.php. We're waiting. Did it connect? No, it did not. Just go over here and check if. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's just stop because it's trying to access this. It's trying to connect to this. Actually, let's see what the error says. It says this is quite common, not fatal. FSOC open, unable to connect to there. Connection timed out. Yeah. Yeah, because it's trying to connect to the machine with this IP, but then this is under NAT. So basically, it's not an IP on the internet, so it can't actually do that. So, all right, so we can't use the. I mean, I could if I put maybe you could do this, but I'm not gonna try it. As you see, the fsoc command, when you get to the fsoc command over here, this fails because it can't connect to the IP I provided, because that IP is not it's not a public IP address. So let's try a different tactic, right? So since this is a PHP script, instead of running this, I can run a command in PHP called shell execute that basically allows me to execute a PHP command. So I can run that, and let's just save this in a variable called result. And then I'm going to execute the command. let's do a random command. Let's just say ls, right? And then let's echo the result. And I'm going to upload this and see once the server starts executing our script. When it gets to this line, it should execute ls and show us all the files that exist in this directory, inside the uploads directory, right? So it's going to save. I already saved that. Just let's go back. Just turn this off. We don't need this connection anymore. Just go back. Upload again. Press upload. It says it exists, so we're just going to go over here. PHP. And yes, as you can see, we have all these directories that show up. So we're able to we have a remote code execution into the box. It's not a box, but this challenge basically. And let's just play around with it now. So let's see who we are, right? Who am I? So that command is basically going to tell us which user we're connected as. Just gonna go back. We're gonna go press this, open, upload profile, and then we're gonna visit the path. All right, so we're www data, so that means we're not logged in as any user on the system. And the challenge is asking us to find the hidden flag located in the root directory. So since we're not the root user, we won't be able to access it. So what I'm gonna do, we won't be able to access the root directory because we're www data. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run sudo -l. So this is gonna tell us which if there are any commands that we can run without knowing the root password. So that's what's gonna tell us, right? So I'm just gonna run that. Just go back here, re-upload. All right, so it says shell, and it says here we can basically run all commands, and we as sudo, right? We can run any command as a root user. So that's very important to us specifically, because now that means we can simply just say sudo and access the actual root directory, even though we don't know the root password. So let's just do that. So what we're gonna do is sudo ls. We want to see what's in the root directory. And before we do that, let's just see where we are currently in the file path. So I'm going to do that first to show where we are essentially. I'm going to go here, upload, and then yeah, so we're in the root, not the root directory, we're in the parent directory. We're at the top of the file, we're at the top of the file system, right? So since we're up there, that means if you want to access the root directory, all we'd have to say is, again, we have to do it as a root user. So I'm going to say sudo. We don't need the password, so we're going to say sudo ls root. So this is going to tell us all the files in the root directory. And remember, we know that one of the files has the flag that we're looking for. So let's just, what am I doing? Let's just go back, re-upload, and then execute the script All right, so we have a flag.txt file in the root directory. Notice how we could run, we can look inside of the root directory even though um, we don't know the root password. Because remember, we're not actually the root user. We're www data. So since we're www data, we can't normally access the root directory. But because the system's configured in a way that allows us to run commands as a root user. Can remember I said all, right? So we can run all binaries on the system as a root user. So that allows us to access the root directory by simply just saying sudo ls root, and then we're able to actually see inside of the root directory. So now that we know there's a flag.txt file in there, let's just read it. So let's say cat root flag.txt. We're gonna save. Again, remember guys, if you have any questions about this challenge, just leave a comment and I'll answer every single one. So we'll just go back. I'm gonna upload the file. And we got the flags. So that's basically this challenge over here. I'm gonna copy that. Again, I don't even do it because I already did it, but because we did it, I don't want to waste my effort, right? So submit it, and there we go. So that's the no sanity challenge. Just to recap, what we did is that we launched the instance, then the server was set up, we connected to the server, we got the page, and then once we got the page, it allowed us to upload. So we uploaded our PHP reverse shell. It didn't allow us to run the fsock open to connect back to our machine. So then we basically commented that line out so we don't have to execute it. Even if you didn't do it, we just wrote a command right before it that basically executes commands on a Linux machine. So we use the shell execute command, which is a function inside of PHP that allows us to run a Linux commands, right? So once the server looked into this file after we uploaded it and it saw that we wanted to run the shell execute command, it basically executed it. And then we found out that we weren't the we found out that we weren't the root user. We were www data. So we ran sudo -l to see which command we could run as sudo without knowing the password, and it said that we could run any command. And then using that, we basically use sudo, and then look inside of the root directory. Then we found that there's a flag.txt file in there, and then we read the flag.txt file using the same sudo command. So sudo cat root flag.txt, and then we got the flag. So that's basically the challenge, and that's a quick overview of how we did it. In the next video, we're going to be doing the head dump challenge. Again, guys, if you like this video, if you benefited, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section, and I'm going to answer every single one. And yeah, guys, have a good day.